Well, they have turned tragedy into triumph, honoring two people who passed away too soon by helping others. The P.H.I.L Foundation was founded 5 years ago to help families going through major medical problems. They raise money through special events like the upcoming Kids Mud Run and the 5K race. Today we have Terry and Tammy Adcock here with us to share their story and talk to us more about this foundation. It's great to have both of you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit about this event, because I know you guys have been doing this for a few years now, and this is quite a story. It goes back to Phil with a special church. So kind of get us started, Terry.
Well, it started, he passed away in 2010. Battling cancer the second time in his life, and we got together that weekend to try to raise some money for he and his wife as they went through the the cancer battle and things like that. So we kind of got together, and that weekend we decided we need to do this more often. And somebody said, well, what could we call it? And Phil, being the associate pastor there at the church in Sulphur Springs, always used acronyms. So with that in mind, I said, we need to come up with a name that involves Phil. So just off the top of my head, it was a God thing, People Helping in Love, which is an acronym for Phil. So we've done it since then, several events, several different things.
Several events, and of course some of these events are coming up, and then as this was going on, you guys sort of had your own tragedy. Tell me a little bit about Josh.
Well, Josh was born 8 weeks early on August 23rd, 2015. He was premature, of course, weighed 2 pounds 14 ounces, just a little guy. But he did great until he was 3, and that's when the doctors noticed that he was falling off his growth curve. And that's when really the journey began for a diagnosis. And so we visited Knoxville. We were patients of St. Jude here in Johnson City. We went to Memphis also, Vanderbilt, Niswonger. And at the age of 6, they diagnosed him with Schimke immunoosseous dysplasia, which is a very rare form of dwarfism, affecting about 50 children worldwide.
Oh, so very rare.
Very rare. The doctors here had not seen it, or at Vanderbilt, but they did a great job of helping us through that journey. And it was a very mean and relentless disease. He battled kidney failure. He was actually on dialysis for 2 years. Bone marrow failure, seizures, strokes, battled cancer in the end. But he was a warrior, always battled with a smile and a lot of courage.
And that is why, coming up this year, it will be held, I understand, on what would have been his 11th birthday.
Yes. Yes.
And you've got these T-shirts, and it shows this boy just kind of through the mud, but he's got his fist up and he's fighting, and so you've turned this into sort of his memorial.
Right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And we've got some pictures, because you're doing like an obstacle course here, and we've got some of the shots of you guys kind of getting ready. So tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Well, we started last year. One of the guys on our foundation board said we need to do an obstacle run for the kids. So we got together and we did that last year, and with the 5K run and everything, we had 460 people combined with the run and the obstacle. So after the event last year, they said, some adults said, you need to do this for adults. So this year, we've kind of upped the stakes, and we've created several obstacles for adults that are adult-friendly and kid-friendly. Some climbing walls, gorilla bars, creek runs, tire things, the mud pits longer, deeper. It's just going to be a lot of mud, sweat, and tears, as we say.
Mud, sweat, and tears. And all for a good cause. And this year, something new, the superhero walk.
Yes.
Which is going to be, they can dress up.
Yes, you can dress up for any and all of the events that we're having this year, but with it falling on his 11th birthday this year, we thought Josh was a true example of a superhero, and he was all about fun, so why not add a 1-mile superhero fun walk, and that way we'd have events for all skill levels. And we'll be walking from the church to the cemetery, releasing a balloon in his honor where he's buried, and back to the church.
Very special day. And I love the superhero. Very, very nice.
And we'll have concession stands there the day of the race as well.
Yes.
All right, well, let's give everybody the information again. It is the 3rd annual Little Ironman 5K, the Mini Mudder, several other events also taking place for the adults. For more information, you can go to their website. We'll have that on our website at daytimetricities.com coming up later today. Mark your calendars for August 23rd.